back corner. We're going to start with some kirtan. We're definitely expecting many devotees, maybe 50, 70 devotees to come. So please come find a seat. We're going to have some kirtan, and then His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu will be joining us shortly. Hi, Krishna.
Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Nityamine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashtata Deshatarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Gaura ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Go Premanande, Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, everyone. This is the Hare Krishna movement. This is what the move is in the movement. It's really what you're doing here is specifically what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught, to come together and just chant Hare Krishna and hear from the Bhagavad Gita. And it's this simple methodical process that actually brings one directly in contact with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So I understand that you do a chapter of Bhagavad Gita normally, is that correct? So I haven't chanted my chapter yet today. Which chapter are you on? You're on 3. 13. 13? Okay. All right. And do you pass out books, or do you have pamphlets, or what? Okay. So while we're getting those books, I was on the way down in the stairs, I was listening. It was a very beautiful kirtan, by the way. And a verse, actually I was thinking about it this morning, but I didn't mention it, but I will now. From the Bhagavatam, it's in the section that we've been looking at, the 11th canto, where a great sage named Havi Yogendra talks about the process of devotional service in a very commonsensical way. And it's a way that you can remember Bhagavad Gita distribution you'll ever do. How many of you here have a regular practice of reading a chapter of Bhagavad Gita at home each day? Quite a few of you. Well, this is a powerful group. Do you like that practice? Is it something you look forward to? Yeah? Helpful? Nice. Me too. Sometimes the mind can put obstacles in our way and say, I'm too busy, or there's nothing in it for me. But I often find as soon as I start reading the chapter, then the mind immediately remembers, oh yes, there's a great taste in this, in hearing the Bhagavad Gita regularly. And I'm going to say that verse from the Bhagavatam just before we start chanting, since I left you hanging. And that verse says, Bhakti parishanu bhavu viraktir anyata traishatrika eka kala prapadyamanasya yatasnata tushti pushti shud apayunugasam. And this is a very simple analogy about eating food when you're hungry. And simply, it says, when you eat food and you're hungry, you get nourishment, satisfaction, and with each morsel that you eat, the hunger goes away. And in the same way, when you take to the process of bhakti, you get this natural awakening of appreciation for Krishna. And you come to see Krishna for yourself. In the sound vibration in the pages of the Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita. And thirdly, so just to be more clear, the first thing is an awakening of natural devotion. Second is to be able to see Krishna directly. And the third mention is viraktir anyatra, which means detachment from all things that aren't related to Krishna. And naturally those things become abhorrent to somebody who's engaged in the process of bhakti. And so this is compared to eating, because when you eat, you don't want to do anything else when you're really hungry, right? And somebody gives you food. It's not like you're going to stop and go do that other thing. You want to finish your meal because it's so absorbing. So bhakti's like that also. And if you have that hunger and you're eating, you're taking bhakti, then you become detached from all other things. Just the way as a hungry person who's eating isn't interested in any other thing at that time. And tushti means nourishment or satisfaction, and pushti means nourishment. So in a similar way, when you're eating, you get this nourishment. You feel for yourself that you're actually becoming stronger. You know, if you were weak and tired before you ate, then the strength comes back naturally. So in a similar way, when you hear and chant sufficiently, then you develop these symptoms of connection to Krishna. You feel strong in your bhakti and so forth. So it's a nice example to give, because oftentimes when people want to know about the process of bhakti yoga, you can tell them it's just like eating. And when you eat and you feel nourished, satisfied, and your hunger goes away, in the same way when you practice bhakti, you'll be able to see for yourself. When Prabhupada gave this analogy, he used to say that you don't have to get a certificate. Someone doesn't have to tell you when you're eating that you're becoming full. You know for yourself. You experience it directly. Of course, it's always good to take guidance from mentors who can also see symptoms in us and help give us guidance. But the experience is direct. How long have you been doing the 13th chapter, or are you going through successively? Okay. And we read the English together, is that correct? Okay. Normally before I read with the group in unison in English, I point out that to stay in sync is one of the goals of the exercise. And one of the easiest ways is to observe the punctuation marks within the sentence. For instance, commas means a little pause. If we all do the same thing, then it helps to stay in sync. Arjuna said, "O my dear Krishna, I wish to know about Prakriti, nature, Purusha, the enjoyer, and the field and the knower of the field, and of knowledge and of the object of knowledge." The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "This body, O son of Kunti, is called the field, and one who knows this body is called the knower of the field. O scion of Bharata, you should understand that I am also the knower in all bodies, and to understand this body and its knower is called knowledge. That is my opinion. Now please hear my brief description of this field of activities and how it is constituted, what its changes are, whence it is produced, who that knower of the field of activities is, and what his influences are. That knowledge of the field of activities and of the knower of activities is described by various sages in various Vedic writings. It is especially presented in Vedanta Sutra with all reasoning as to cause and effect. The 5 great elements, false ego, intelligence, the unmanifested, the 10 senses, and the mind. The 5 sense objects, desire, hatred, happiness, distress, the aggregate, the life symptoms, and convictions. All these are considered, in summary, to be the field of activities and its interactions. Humility, pridelessness, nonviolence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and the rest, even-mindedness amid pleasant and unpleasant events, constant and unalloyed devotion to me, aspiring to live in a solitary place, detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization, and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All these I declare to be knowledge, and besides this, whatever there may be, is ignorance. I shall now explain the knowable, knowing which you will taste the eternal. Brahman, the spirit, beginningless and subordinate to me, lies beyond the cause and effect of this material world. Everywhere are his hands and legs, his eyes, heads, and faces, and he has ears everywhere. In this way, the Supersoul exists, pervading everything. The Supersoul is the original source of all senses, yet he is without senses. He is unattached, although he is the maintainer of all living beings. He transcends the modes of nature, and at the same time, he is the master of all the modes of material nature. The supreme truth exists outside and inside of all living beings, the moving and the non-moving. Because he is subtle, he is beyond the power of the material senses to see or to know. Although far, far away, he is also near to all. Although the Supersoul appears to be divided among all beings, he is never divided. He is situated as one. Although he is the maintainer of every living entity, it is to be understood that he devours and develops all. He is the source of light in all luminous objects. He is beyond the darkness of matter and is unmanifested. He is knowledge. He is the object of knowledge, and he is the goal of knowledge. He is situated in everyone's heart. Thus, the field of activities, the body, knowledge, and the knowable have been summarily described by me. Only my devotees can understand this thoroughly and thus attain to my nature. Material nature and the living entities should be understood to be beginningless. Their transformations in the modes of matter are products of material nature. Nature is said to be the cause of all material causes and effects, whereas the living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments in this world. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus he meets with good and evil among various species. Yet in this body there is another, a transcendental enjoyer, who is the Lord, the supreme proprietor, who exists as the overseer and permitter, and who is known as the Supersoul. One who understands this philosophy concerning material nature, the living entity, and the interaction of the modes of nature is sure to attain liberation. He will not take birth here again, regardless of his present position. Some perceive the Supersoul within themselves through meditation, others through the cultivation of knowledge, and still others through working without fruitive desires. Again, there are those who, although not conversant in spiritual knowledge, begin to worship the Supreme Person upon hearing about him from others. Because of their tendency to hear from authorities, they also transcend the path of birth and death. O Chief of the Bharatas, know that whatever you see in existence, both the moving and the non-moving, is only a combination of the field of activities and the knower of the field. One who sees the Supersoul accompanying the individual soul in all bodies, and who understands that neither the soul nor the Supersoul within the destructible body is ever destroyed, actually sees. One who sees the Supersoul equally present everywhere, in every living being, does not degrade himself by his mind. Thus he approaches the transcendental destination. One who can see that all activities are performed by the body, which is created of material nature, and who sees the self does nothing, actually sees. When a sensible man ceases to see different identities due to different material bodies, and he sees how beings are expanded everywhere, he attains to the Brahman conception. Those with the vision of eternity can see that the imperishable soul is transcendental, eternal, and beyond the modes of nature. Despite contact with the material body, O Arjuna, the soul neither does think nor is entangled. Due to its subtle nature, does not mix with anything, although it is all-pervading. Similarly, the soul situated in Brahman vision does not mix with the body, though situated in that body. O son of Bharata, as the sun alone illuminates all this universe, so does the living entity, one within the body, illuminate the entire body by consciousness. Those who see with eyes of knowledge the difference between the body and the knower of the body, and can also understand the process of liberation from material bondage, material nature, attain to the supreme goal. Om Tat Sat. I'll just read a purport to you, okay? This is number 22. Purusha prakriti stohi punkte prakriti jan gunan. Karanam gunasangosya sarasad yoni janmasu. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus he meets with good and evil among various species. Purport. This verse is very important for an understanding of how the living entities transmigrate from one body to another. It is explained in the second chapter that the living entity is transmigrating from one body to another, just as one changes dress. This change of dress is due to his attachment to material existence. As long as he is captivated by this false manifestation, he has to continue transmigrating from one body to another. Due to his desire to lord it over material nature, he is put into such undesirable circumstances.